Hey everybody, my name is Stafford Thompson and I am a biology student at Iowa Central Community College, and I'm here to tell you guys a brief introduction, as the title says, of photosynthesis. Now, in our world we always talk about photosynthesis, and it's really important. One of the most important processes of life on Earth as we know it. So what we have here is, well, kids, talk about photosynthesis, but we don't never know what happens inside photosynthesis. So this is a very brief introduction to what goes on inside the chloroplast, which we all know is the photosynthesis factory of a plant. So it all starts out with, you have the sun with the, a little yellow color there, and they shoot down photons, the cool little particle right there. Now the photon goes into the granum of thiacrylades. I think I'm saying that right. And these are like the true photosynthesis factories of a chloroplast. And so you have the photons, and then you have the water coming in, and inside of all of this you have these things called light reactions. You have photosystem 2, which happens first, kind of deceiving, and 1. In which case, all you need to know is, it's very complex, very complicated, but all you need to know is that it produces ATP, which is like the most important molecule, energy molecule, like in the history of the universe. And you have an electron carrier called NADPH. Now, you may ask what's so important about that, but these two products go to the Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle takes CO2 that we breathe out, every day, and puts it through this processing cycle. And these two help it convert it to this, which is sugar for plant use. It's their fuel, like glucose, for example. And going back to the light reactions for a second, they produce what we need as humans and animals so much: O2, oxygen. Oxygen is red because it kind of rusts in the blood and all that fun stuff, and it's pretty cool. And so it produces oxygen, but then it also produces ATP and NADPH, NADPH, that goes to the Calvin cycle, and the Calvin cycle uses that and takes the CO2 and converts it into sugar, and takes some of the other processes, use up the electron in NADPH, and use up the ATP during the cycle to make this sugar. So then it sends its products, which is a depleted electron, because there's a positive right there, NADP, but no H, and ADP, which is it's a phosphate group there, and that is like a depleted form of ATP. So it goes back and it starts the whole cycle over again of ATP and NADPH. And this whole process is extremely important, because without the Calvin cycle and without the light reactions, the plants would have no food from the sugar there, and if they would die, then we have no oxygen, and O2, which has no color because it's O2, it's CO2, would accumulate in the atmosphere, and we would all die eventually, which is kind of depressing. So thank goodness and thank God for photosynthesis in the chloroplast of a plant. And here's some other parts of the chloroplast. We have the inner membrane, the outer membrane, and the stroma. And the membranes are there for protection against other cell organelles and such. And the stroma is the inside of the chloroplast, kind of like the inside liquid suspension. And that is all we have for a brief introduction to photosynthesis. Hooray! So, my sources and our chief biology textbook here at Iowa Central is the Campbell Biology 9th edition, which is a pretty cool book. It's very complex, very in-depth, so you guys want to know further more about this, you just go straight to that, and you will have a blast if you love biology like I do. That is all for now, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stafford Thompson signing off, and I hope you have a nice day or night. Thank you.